At State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. This is taken to the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Johnson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 33 and a 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running from the gun, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Garoppolo now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Check. Alert 3. Switch. Shoot. Watch twist.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Here we go. 60 yards. Pick it up.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check tight. I got this. Hey, watch the screen. Go.
On 2nd and inches. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, it's Coleman, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. We need Six. Hey, we got Mike 50, yeah? You must be drinking. Bravo.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Wide, get wide.
Now Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
54 Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up, not just a yard.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
56 to Mike.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Well, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Hey, team six. Team six.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
11. 43 is the mic, boy. Hey, Charlie. 43.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Alpha. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's put him on the buses.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
21. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I got this. 43 is the mic. Watch the pass. 12. 43 is the mic. I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. They're in the 2nd quarter at Heinz Field. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Watch it before. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Right there.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the run. Undercrush. Tighten up.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure You don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D.
This is Coleman. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down.
11.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54. 3 bus.
Here's Johnson. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
He's going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Murray off play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at about the 14. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go,
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check right, check right.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
43 is the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, over. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Take it at the 37. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Nova. Right back forward.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Come on. Shit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the slant. Switch.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
I'm coming for you, son.
Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Gold for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Mike, 54. Right here, right here.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray over the middle. That's caught by QT. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Right there, 54.
From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side caught by Goodwin. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, 49ers.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check, 43. I got you.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He may try and run for this. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Here we go. Wait! It's been a long day for you.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game.
65.
They will run again with Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Come on. 54. Rip left.
Back to throw. Murray. Got an open man. It's QT. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Niners' 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. Slam.
On first down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Check. Walk 54.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
54, right there. 54, Mike. 65.
To throw is Murray. Got some real estate inside the 30. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
He's coming. Double up. Keep the ball. Max box. Right. Check safety. Check safety.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Check. 22, check, Bubba. 22, check, Bubba. Mike 50. Don't. Defense, keep it up, guys.
First throw of overtime for Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's get in there,
They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach John Ford right now. I want my number one play with my number one runner over my number one blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's get off the field, D.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Matt Weil now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Check. Crunch. 1, Omaha.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's what I do. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. All right.
11.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Here we go. 180.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go.
What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Here we go. Black 80.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the curl.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT.
I know you felt that one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Tight down. There you go.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. Drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends